Hello guys, how you're doing and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please do well to hit the subscribe button. In this tutorial video, we'll be making this reversible bralette, this beautiful reversible bralette. If this is what you want to learn, please sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the video. For my measurements, the upper bust to my under bust is 8, my side bust to the mid chest is 8, round under bust is 29. That's 14 and a half divided by 2. For this tutorial, we'll be making use of your tape, your scissors, and of course the material you want to be using. You can see I'm making use of this beautiful Ankara, blue Ankara. So first thing you want to do is to measure out your round under bust. Yes, your round under bust, which is 14 and a half for mine. Since it is 29 divided by 2, that's 14 and a half. The next thing you want to cut out is your bra cut. So you fold your material into 2 and then you take out your measurement. So it's supposed to be 8 by 8 because of the seaming allowance. I'm going to be making it 9 by 9. So you cut it out. You remember it is being folded into 2. You cut it out and then divide it into 2. This is just to make sure that my measurement is 9 by 9, 9 inches long and 9 inches wide. So we have both our round under bust and also the piece for our bra cut. This is the piece for the bra cut, so you divide it into 2, so you have 2 different bra cuts. So the next thing you want to do, guys, is to fold it in form of a triangle, just like you've seen I'm doing now, and then you fold the other edge to the other side like you've seen it now. Fold it in form of a triangle, then one of the edges should meet the other side, then you cut that out. This is to ensure the space of which the breast is going to lap. So right now, guys, the next thing to do is to shape it out just like I'm doing right now, and then you cut that off. So you can actually see the way it's looking now. So guys, the next thing to do is to cut out our lining both for the round under bust and for the bra cut. So you have to be careful about this and make sure you're cutting it out very neat. So right now, this is me cutting out the lining for the bra cut, but as you can see, I'm using the same fabric in order for it to be reversible. So guys, you go ahead and do the same thing to the other bra cut piece. That's making 4. That if you're making use of the same fabric as your lining, you might want to make use of the normal lining for yours, but in this video I'm making use of the same fabric as my lining because I want it to be reversible. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say in this particular part. So you can see we're having 4 piece Right now we are going to be making use of two each, using one to turn the other one. But before that, we'll have to join out the cutting. That's the shape we have created, just like you've seen I've illustrated there. So we have to sew that out, and I'll be taking it to the sewing machine right now and make sure I sew it out. So you're sewing out both the normal piece and the lining. After that, what we want to do is to sew out the edge of the round underbust, one of the edge of the round underbust, just like I'm illustrating right there. You have to sew the edge of the round underbust. So this is me here sewing the parts of the brackets, trying to join it. That's the part I said you were going to sew. This is me here illustrating that for you. That I went ahead to sew the one side of the round underbust, just like I said you should sew it. So guys, I really hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say in this particular part of the video. If you're enjoying the tutorial, please try to drop a comment of what you think about my tutorial. Let me know if it is easy to understand or complicated for you to understand, so I can break it more down for you to be easily understand it. So you can see I've joined out the bracket. You can see it's already giving the space, and it's already giving the vibe of a bralette. So what you want to do is to join the front space and the lining together. Yeah, that's what you want to do. But before then, we want to put out our handle into it, so that when we turn it to the other part, we get to see our handle from the outer part of the bralette. It will be illustrated. So right now we're going to be cutting out the rope we're going to be using for the arm of our bralette. So this is basically depending on how long you want your rope to be. For mine, I cut out 17 into 2. Yeah, if that's for the both sides, 17 each for the both side. So guys, this is how you insert the rope into the bracket, so that when you turn it to the other side, you get to see the rope from the outer part of it. Now you go ahead to sew it just like the way I'm illustrating right there. You can see I've already sewn it. So you guys, you turn it to the outer part. You can see our rope is now visible from the outer part. The next thing to do is to bring out our round under bust and try to insert the bracket into it. So you have to notch out the middle of it so you don't make mistake when placing the bracket. So after doing that, we try to place the bra cut on it. That's from the middle, just like I said earlier. So you try to put it inwards so that the way we join it is going to be reversible, just like you've seen I'm doing. So you try to put it inwards so that when you're sewing it, you don't stitch on it. And then just like this, you're going to sew it right from the middle. After doing that, guys, you turn it to the outer part. The next thing to do, guys, is to insert the rope for our strap. And then as you can see, I was trying to like reduce half inches from it so that it fits properly. So now you're folding this in order for you to be able to put the rope of which the strap is going to go into. Now this is me trying to cut out the little pieces of rope that we're going to be using. So right there, guys, we have 4 ropes, 2 each for each side of the bralette. So after inserting it this way, you go ahead and take it to the sewing machine so that you can stitch it down just like the way I'm illustrating there. You go ahead and do the same thing to the other part of the strap. Right there we have our beautiful blue bralette. You can see it's giving rich auntie vibes. Please, if you find this video very educative and understanding, please do well to hit the subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment of the kind of tutorial you love to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.